It's been said that the presentation that we actually have the mindset of thinking that the ordinary person does have surplus to invest when the ordinary person is actually just trying to survive. And so let me list a few things that we would need as a group on this channel. Now, I would encourage us that the money that we need when we are starting our investment journey it should be money that we don't need that money to survive. So, if you have some money sitting somewhere that you need that money to survive, please do me a favor. Do not invest that money. So, one, the money that we need to start investing is the money that we don't need to survive. And secondly, we do need time on our side as long as we invest for a longer period of playing the long game. Definitely, compounding would be a good tool that will play to our favor. And thirdly, we need to have that mindset of taking risk. And the mindset of taking risk, meaning that investment or investing is a risk taking business. So you just need to have that mindset in the mind frame that yes, this is a risk worth taking. All right. But the truth of the matter is that today we have to make a pact to break the rules and the status quo that society had placed for us. And these rules are just set up so that we can be obedient workers. And that in the world of capitalism, capitalism does need workers. Okay. And my partner will say that they give us enough so that we keep showing up. And that is the truth. But we have to come to a place where we tell ourselves that yes, this might be the status quo. However, we are going to change the narrative to our favor. All right. And the rule as in go to school, get good grades, and then retire at 65, and then just fade away. That's like what is being said. But the truth of the matter is that as much as we are grateful that we have jobs, that we have jobs to go to and salaries to earn, we need to start building systems that would help us to actively invest in a way that we are creating a safety net for ourselves and our children. All right. So, yeah, just being in our comfort zone is just not enough. All right. We need to at least get out of our comfort zone. We need to shift the narrative of that scarcity mindset to a mindset of abundance. Why? Because the money that you earn would say that, oh, you need more, you need to make more money in order to start investing. And that is so not true. The same money you earn, just investing a portion of your income into the stock market, you can equally earn income on it. And that will become a safety net for you. All right. Now, that mindset of abundance, what does it look like? Well, the mindset of abundance looks like having that frame of mind to optimize equity and ownership instead of optimizing income, which is the common mindset that we all have. Let me go to work, and then maybe every year they will increase your paycheck a little bit to $2, $3. But no, we need to shift that mindset and optimize our mindset to become an abundant mindset in a way that we actually have equities and ownership of things that earn income even when we are sleeping. And this is where this is where we want to get to. So for today's objective, we're just going to go through a few ticker symbols. And the reason why we are going through these ticker symbols is that we have earnings for this week. This week is going to be a very busy week. When you could see that most of the ticker symbols that we are interested in and we keep track of, we're actually going to look. We have SoFi is reporting its earnings, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Facebook is also reporting earnings this week, and all is on Wednesday. On Tuesday, Robinhood is reporting its earnings, and then Thursday, Apple is. Now, these are a few stocks that we are interested in and we keep track of and we are invested in, so we want to know the performance of the company. Now, with that being said, let's look at the charts and see how the decisions that we might make. So for Robinhood, remember that we actually picked up Robinhood when it was trading for $70 right here. And I currently still have an order sitting in for 65 to buy shares when it hits 65. So for Hood, if you could see here, we actually trading within the previous week high. And you could see here, we have the previous week low, previous month low. Now, let's see the forecast for Robinhood. And we have also spoken about, you remember the resistance and the support. We also spoke about we are actually just looking at the weekly time frame, which I mostly do because the weekly time frame does give us a much better data to work with. So the good thing that I think it will be of use to you would be for TradingView. The good thing about it is that you can get some information on the performance of the company. If you go to financing, it gives you some information on the finances of the company. So you can skim through here, play around it, just have a very good idea of how the company is performing. You can also look at technicals, which I mostly use the most because some of the simple day moving average, it gives me with the moving averages, if it's a strong sell, I don't want to get into something like that. But you can see that with Hood, it says just buy. Sometimes it could be neutral, but you could see that out of all the moving averages that they have, 6 says sell, 8 says buy, and then 1 is neutral. Now, you could also, the one thing that I can point to which will be helpful to you is that, like we said, the support, the resistance. If you do not know how to do the charting and stuff like that, right here it tells you the Fibonacci is where the resistance are. So support 1, support 2, support 3. You can pick from here, and then resistance 1, 2, resistance 3, and P will be point of control. So you can just use this and just mark it on your charts to see that this is where our support is, this is where our resistance is. This is the cheapest way to do it and the smartest way. You save time and energy. All right. The second thing that I would like us to take a look at is ticker symbol SoFi. So with SoFi, let's go to the charts and see how. Before I go to SoFi, let me come back to Hood. So we've done the the financials, we've done the technicals, forecast. Forecast too is a very good gauge to know. And the reason why I say that is that, well, you buy the stock all right, but then you really don't know how the stock is going to perform. So here, this price target gives you a good forecast to see. And you remember that the stock market is forward looking. So right now, our current price for Hood is $84.71. So on average, it can move to 103, and then if we're able to capture 103, the possibility of getting to 155 it's also there. And then analytical analysis rating based on 30 analysis giving the stock rating in the past 3 months. Everybody's saying that we should buy that stock. So we've spoken about the financials, we've spoken about the technicals, and then we've spoken about the forecasts. These are very good tools to have so you can have a very good idea on your the stock that you own. All right. So the next one is SoFi. Let's go to SoFi and see SoFi's chart. This is on the weekly time frame. This is a very strong candle. We call it the boom boom candle. So on the weekly time frame, that's a strong candle. But let's come to the daily time frame and see what's going on here. All right. So on the daily time frame, at least support. We have support here. 15. I have an order sitting in for $17, and then one order is for $14. So whichever would fill first, that's fine. But at least my goal is to have almost 100 shares of SoFi for this year and just leave it in there. So SoFi is looking good. Hopefully earnings, hopefully there is just a little pullback so we can get filled, and then price, we have price acceptance, fine. If not, we get to buy SoFi at a cheaper price. All right. The next one is Microsoft. Let me see where Microsoft is. For that, Microsoft, we were talking about Microsoft when Microsoft was trading for almost $360. And right now, Microsoft, that thing took off like nothing. But hopefully, let's see. Microsoft has a lot of room to run. We are looking at 480. So let's see how earnings would be. Let's check the technicals for Microsoft. It's a buy for Microsoft. How about the day? You can move it and monthly. So all the technicals are screaming buy. All right. And let's see what's the forecast for Microsoft. All right. So currently Microsoft is trading for 424. Its average forecast will be 570. 570 is a good point to start taking profit. All right. So let me see, just out of curiosity, how is HIMS doing? HIMS is a buy on the charts. We actually gonna hit resistance at $32, and hopefully it retraces and then it shoots back up. But if not, we still get, if it pulls back, I would want to, there's a gap that gap is breached already. Why do I say that gap is breached? Because it's filled but didn't fill all the way down. Yep, so this gap. So it didn't fill all the way down. But you could see that news wasn't favorable. I think there was an Amazon news on when HIMS was $19. So right around here when we got it. All right. Figure. I have an order sitting in for Figure for $30. So you could see that Smart Money is trying to buy Figure at 30. So hopefully we get filled up. All right, guys. So I come your way. Stay invested and be good. Go prosper.